2021 is turning out to be a disruptive year for smartphone pricing. We've seen cutting-edge features trickle down to lower prices, and it seems to define the Mi 11X Pro quite well. This fits the definition of a flagship killer because it's got a top-of-the-line processor, a 108 megapixel primary camera, and starts at a rather surprising price of just 39,999 rupees. And while this looks pretty appealing, should you take the plunge? Well, that's what we're here to find out. Hello everyone, I'm Aditya, you're watching Gadgets 360 and this is the full review of the Mi 11X Pro. Let's begin. Just like its siblings, the Mi 11X Pro places a major emphasis on performance. It's powered by Qualcomm's latest and greatest processor, the Snapdragon 888. It comes in two storage variants. It starts at 39,999 rupees in its base configuration with 128 GB of storage, while you will have to pony up 2,000 rupees more for the 256 GB variant. RAM is the same between two variants at 8 gigs. Since storage isn't expandable and the price difference is relatively minor, I'd recommend going in for the higher variant. Given the hardware, the Mi 11X Pro runs every app and game on the Play Store. Gaming performance is great too. Call of Duty Mobile defaulted to the very high settings for graphics and high preset for frame rate and ran buttery smooth. Bumping the frame rate settings to very high didn't cause any issues. The top half of the phone did heat up slightly after 20 minutes of gaming, but nothing alarming here. In terms of software, this phone runs MIUI 12 on top of Android 11. My unit was running MIUI 12.0.1 and had the April Android security patch, which was the latest at the time of this review. The UI is similar to that of any other Xiaomi smartphone running MIUI 12, and you can find out more about it in our Mi 11X review. There aren't any major changes that stand out, and it suggests installing promoted apps via Get Apps during setup. I also noticed some annoying spammy notifications during the review period. Ugh. Moving on to the next major highlight. We have a gorgeous 6.67-inch Full HD Plus AMOLED display. It boasts a 120Hz refresh rate, which makes scrolling super smooth. It is an HDR Plus certified panel with 1300 nits of peak brightness. Colors were punchy, I could tweak the output quite easily, and sunlight legibility was also impressive. Doing justice to the display, we have stereo speakers. They are loud enough to fill a tiny room, but they don't sound very full. There is Dolby Atmos, and toggling this has a noticeable impact on audio. If we talk about the design, well, it is very difficult to tell the Mi 11X Pro apart from Mi 11X. It is slim and has curved sides which make it comfortable to hold. It has a side-mounted fingerprint scanner which never really missed a reading in my experience. I would have preferred an in-display fingerprint scanner, but it is what it is. Corning Gorilla Glass 5 protects the front and the back of the phone while the frame is made out of polycarbonate. Do let me know what you think about the design philosophy of the Mi 11 series in the comments below. To keep the weight manageable, this phone packs in a 4520 mAh battery, so there's nothing crazy going on here. You get a 33 watt charger in the box, which takes the phone from 0 to 100% in about an hour. Before we talk about the snazzy looking camera module on the Mi 11X Pro, I would recommend you to like this video. Now, if you are liking the review so far, a sub to the channel would be highly appreciated. Now, back to the review. In that rather chunky camera module lies a 108 megapixel primary sensor accompanied by an 8 megapixel ultra-wide and 5 megapixel tele-macro cameras. In terms of quality, photos taken in daylight were good. The main camera captures detail quite well, though I wish it had better dynamic range. It also seems that this smartphone sharpens photos in post-processing. Full-res shots were not as bright as the default pixel-binned 12 megapixel ones, but had better details when magnified later. The ultra-wide angle camera doesn't offer the same kind of quality and there's some distortion at the edges, but could be handy when shooting tricky compositions. Close-up shots taken with the Mi 11X Pro had good color reproduction and the phone managed to capture textures quite well. Edge detection was good in portraits and I could set the level of blur before taking a shot. The tele-macro camera lets people take macros without going in too close to the subject. But one thing to note here is toggling the macro mode is still a two-step process, which is a bit of a downer. Xiaomi should really simplify this. Low light shots were decent and the Mi 11X Pro does a good job of keeping noise under control. Shots taken in night mode were brighter with better details in the shadows. The ultra wide angle camera did not fare well in low light. Video recording tops out at 8K 30fps for the primary camera and 1080p 60fps for the selfie camera. Footage was well stabilized at 1080p as well as 4K in daylight, though low light footage had visible shimmer effect. The camera app has a dual video feature that lets you shoot using the primary and the selfie cameras simultaneously. This might be useful for vloggers, but footage from the selfie camera didn't seem stabilized. For selfies, the Mi 11X Pro has a 20 megapixel front camera which sits in a tiny hole on the display. It takes decent photos, but beautification is enabled by default. Selfie portraits also had good edge detection. Selfies taken at night turned out well enough. To sum it up, it seems as though Xiaomi has delivered a decent flagship killer. The Mi 11X Pro doesn't skimp on hardware and it's better equipped than the OnePlus 9R when it comes to the performance. It also promises a great media viewing experience, decent cameras and an IP53 rating. Sure, the UI could do with some polish, but MIUI 12.5 has been announced and this should help reduce clutter and promotions. To nitpick, we feel that Xiaomi should have incorporated faster charging like the competition. If you're looking for a powerful smartphone around 40,000 rupees, the Mi 11X Pro does offer a lot of value. Like I've said before, if you want a good deal, the higher variant does offer better storage for the price. For those looking for software updates, the OnePlus 9R still makes some sense given OnePlus's track record. The iQOO 7 Legend is another alternative for the Mi 11X Pro as well. So that was my full review of the Mi 11X Pro. Now what do you think about the smartphone? Do let me know that in the comment section down below. Do check out other reviews on our channel and don't forget to check out our new series called Tech Against COVID. And for all things tech, stay tuned to Gadgets360.com.